Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo, who have won the Indonesia Open on the last 2 occasions. And they're up against Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi, who won the title at the Indonesia Masters last week. Well, when we look at the race to the World Tour finals to be staged here next week, I can tell you that this is very similar to the women's doubles scenario, because the Olympic champions Li Yang and Wang Qilin were way down at 30, but they get an automatic invitation to the finals. I can tell you that Hoki and Kobayashi, by virtue of the fact that they've reached the final, will go up to number 2. They cannot catch Gideon and Sukamuljo, who will end the year number 1. So when you take into account that the Olympic champions will get an invitation, it's only the top 6 on that list who will qualify, plus Ranki Reddy and Shetty, who reached the semi-final here and therefore went up 4 places, will go up 4 places to number 7 to take the last of the qualifying places, plus the Olympic champions. Well, as far as the men's doubles draw is concerned, well, we actually lost 2 seeds in the very first round, including the reigning world champions and former winners of this event, Asan and Setiawan. They were both from the bottom half of the draw. In the top half of the draw, we lost 2 more seeds on day 2 of the men's doubles, with the Olympic gold medalists and the Olympic bronze medalists both losing in the top half of the draw. So by the time of quarterfinal, we had 4 seeds, 2 in each half, 5 different nationalities, because 2 pairs from Malaysia, 2 from Indonesia and 2 from Japan. And the 2 Japanese pairs, as you can see, got through to the semi-final, an all-Japanese affair. In the top half of the draw, Gideon and Sukamuljo, I thought in their semi-final, was looking sharper than throughout the tournament so far. So we're set up for the men's doubles final, with Gideon and Sukamuljo going for a 3rd consecutive Indonesia Open title.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marcus Bernardi Gideon and Captain Sanjaya Indonesia.
So the 2-time defending champions, Marcus Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo. This is their 4th final in 4 consecutive World Tour events. In the final of the French Open, then in Saarbrücken, then last week at the Indonesia Masters. Saarbrücken event is the only title they've won so far this year. Their opponents that beat them a week ago at the Indonesia Masters, Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi. 3rd final in only their 5th tournament of the year. Now I can tell you this will be a 12th meeting between these 2 pairs.
I'm going to do the toss.
Of the previous 11, the only time that the Japanese pair has won was the last meeting exactly 7 days ago in the final of the Indonesia Masters. 3 games, 2 minutes shy of the hour mark. It was in the final a week ago. And I'm quite certain that Gideon and Sukamuljo will be looking for revenge. So our umpire for this one is Raj Gunadri from Mauritius. Mohammed Salman from Malaysia is the service judge. So for the Indonesians, well, this is a 6th Super 1000 tournament final in only their 10th Super 1000 tournament played. 30 years of age is Marcus Finaldi Gideon, born in the Indonesian capital of Jakarta. Enjoying their 185th week as world number 1s. Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo, the younger of the two players at the age of 26, born in Bangui, and they went to 3 games in their first 3 matches. But as I was saying in the introduction, I thought their semi-final against the number 6 seeds, Ranki Reddy and Shetty, they was looking much more like their normal selves. Interesting that in the first 3 rounds, it was the opening game that the Indonesians dropped. So to Takoro Hoki, 26 years of age. In fact, he and his partner are both 26. They moved up to a career high on Tuesday earlier this week, moved up 3 places on the world ranking to number 7. And Kobayashi, the left-hander, born in Miyagi Prefecture. 3rd final in 5th tournament of the year is very impressive indeed. Well, unseeded. And the last unseeded pair to win this title was 6 years ago. And they've twice gone the full distance.
Ready
the
to
first
play?
round, though, it was against the former champions, a repeat of the World Championship final, where they got revenge over Asan and Setiawan. Also 3 games in the quarterfinal, a repeat of the Denmark Open final, where they beat Astrup and Rasmussen. So the last unseeded pair was in fact Go Sung-hyun and Shinbek Chol, won their first ever Super Series title in 2015 here at the Indonesia Open. So given the way that the Japanese pair have been playing over the last few weeks, it's really quite astonishing that they weren't seeded at the start of the tournament, but they've really blossomed since the European Tour of events. Of course, they were in the World Championship final of 2019, but that, in all honesty, was a big surprise. But I think they've really come of age in the last few months, don't you, Morten?
They have done extremely well.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right,
They won the toss.
Kobayashi and Takuro Koki, Japan. And on my left, Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo and Marcus Fernaldi Gideon, Indonesia. Marcus Fernaldi Gideon to serve to Yugo Kobayashi. Love all. Play.
So the Japanese pair won the toss, Morten.
And chose ends.
And chose ends. Very interesting.
And
Service
Gideon
over.
and Sukamuljo,
One,
they
love.
chose to serve.
Service over. 1-all.
All good play by the left-hander.
Service over. 2-1.
Yeah, that was a solid, almost interception. Really did well on that flat exchange.
Well, Gideon and Sukamuljo
Service
to win
over.
a 3rd consecutive title at the Indonesia Open. No pair has managed to do that since the very first in 1982.
Service over.
But there is one player who managed to win 3 consecutive men's doubles titles. And this will surprise you, Morten, because he was much better known as a men's singles player, and that was Liam Swee King.
Wow.
Oh, service fault called.
I was sort of thinking of Lee Yong-dae,
Service over.
you know,
3-all.
been in 2 very good partnerships and all that,
Yeah.
so I thought maybe that it was him.
It was Liam Swee King.
But he was actually a very good doubles player.
Yeah. Twice with Cartono and once with Eddie Hartono.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
4-3.
Yeah, Lim Swee King was on a few occasions chosen to play men's doubles with Christian Hadinata in the Thomas Cup back in the 70s.
Service over. 4-all.
That was not the best of serves.
Service over. 5-4.
One get the feeling that Gideon and Sukamuljo, they're looking for revenge.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Service over. 5-all.
Well, we've had 3 service errors or faults so far.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Play.
Challenge here by the
Video
Indonesians.
challengers called out.
I would be surprised if the Indonesians are not getting it right. Yeah,
So you're surprised.
I am surprised
Yeah.
because
One challenge
Sukamuljo
remaining.
was standing right next to it.
6-5. Play.
Yes. I think
Service
last
over.
week's final,
6-all.
Norton, Gideon and Sukamuljo, they battled their way through to the final playing with very slow conditions.
Yeah.
And I think they were far too defensive from the onset of the final a week ago, and then they just sort of seemed to find themselves in trouble and didn't know how to get out of that trouble, really.
I think the slow conditions really played on their minds. It
Yeah.
was like, how on earth are we ever going to score a point with
Yeah.
this kind of conditions? And I think, honestly, that it really played on their minds. This tournament is much, much better, and we can see that they're moving a lot more. They're more aggressive in their thinking, and everything is so much better.
Yeah.
But I think Hoki and Kobayashi has done well. 7-all.
Yeah.
Service over. 8-7.
Good rally.
Oh, that's
Wow.
a good play.
Oh, maybe a little too casual from Sukamuljo.
Change. Service over. 9-8.
I believe more than 1 point in it so far. Service fault called
High.
too high.
Service over. 9-all.
gone long.
Service over. Change. 10, 9. Service over. 10 all.
I think that was interesting somehow, because it's not very often that you see someone who is trying to go through what I would call go through Sukamuljo as what he did here, go cross flat when he's standing at the net, and I think that's showing a very good confidence from Hoki. He got away with it and he won the point as well.
Broken strings from Kobayashi, but they still won the point, and therefore it is last week's champions who have the 1-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Well, whichever pair wins this, it's going to be a remarkable achievement, because if Gideon and Sukamuljo win a 3rd consecutive title, it will be a 5th different tournament at which they've managed to do that, because they won, in fact, 4 consecutive titles at the Fuzhou China Open. They won 3 consecutive India Super Series leagues, 3 consecutive Japan Super Series or World Tour, and 3 consecutive Indonesia Masters Grand Prix Golds or World Tour.
Yeah, they have been very outstanding, but not as good right now, I think, as what they used to be.
11,
but it would be nice to see them pick up again.
Service over.
Well, still
11 all.
we have a match so far where there's never been more than 1 point in it. Oh, that must have been mighty close.
Service over. 12, 11.
Well played by Gideon. Actually, in this tournament, he's played much better at the front of the court than I've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, in the tournament, I really feel that Gideon has kept the partnership in this tournament. He has played well from the back, been fighting very hard, and on top of that, he's been scoring pretty well on at the front of the court.
13, 12.
He's walking very purposely at the moment.
That's wide.
It is.
Oh, crikey, I thought he was going to hit that for a moment.
He was. Until he decided to leave it.
So for the first time, we have a 2-point difference between these two pairs.
Kobayashi.
Wow. That is nice.
Over. 13, 14.
Smash.
Change.
Not even Sukamuljo managed to react to it.
13.
I think this could be decisive in the first game. As you rightly pointed out, it's only been a point between them all the way, and then now suddenly it's 3, make it 4 now.
Yeah.
17, 13.
Sudden a 5-point advantage, and the Indonesians looking very impressive.
That's over. 14, 18. Check.
Nice.
Oh, got the lucky net cord. Bounce over that one from Gideon.
It's over. 19.
But I definitely
14.
think that he's making his own luck.
Yeah.
Very active. Wide.
20, game on, 14.
6 in-point opportunities.
And just 14 minutes to play.
That's amazing.
It is.
No, it's actually only 13 minutes of play. That's gone wide.
Game.
Opening game 21-14 because we had a 1-minute interval. Partway through the game.
Okay, you win.
Well, the match clock does tick over to the 15-minute mark now, Morton.
Oh,
So you were
I'm
right.
back in.
But double quick time is the point we're trying to make.
Yes.
21-14. Game to the two-time defending champions, Gideon and Sukamuljo.
di belakang begitu disodok Kevin disodok belakang lu udah nggak ada jalan lain, lu panjangin terus saja. 1, 2 ya, kalau bisa manjanginnya cepetin gitu kan berapa kali. Dia di kanan kalau lu lewatin itu nggak apa-apa. Ya, 2 nembaknya jangan salah arahnya. Dua-duanya si yang Kevin ditembak ke ya, tapi belakangnya nggak usah kenceng-kenceng. Tanggung baru fullnya lu taruh gitu. Nanti dia buka sama Kevin dia nggak bisa. Jadi kayak tadi awal-awal kamu tembak sini bantingnya gila nih. Tapi kalau di sebelah sini dia kagok. Oke? Tahanin terus servisnya. Nah, yang terakhir berapa kali kamu saya lihat kamu begitu servis kamu masuk ke depan nungguin yang setengah biar Kevin yang awal. Ngerti? Ya? Oke. 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 Ya, jangan terlalu masuk nih. Dia boleh panjang semua. Kalau posisi kamu nembak, main aja kan.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Figures and put. The towel inside the box. Second game. Love ball. Play.
So the opening game impressive in the end from the defending champions. Gideon and Sukamuljo.
One love.
The Indonesian coach was saying, when Gideon is serving, Gideon, you've got to look for the net.
Service fault for too high. Gideon.
Another service fault called on Gideon.
It's over. 1 love.
But if he's not getting 1 or 2 in every game, it will be a surprise.
Yeah. Just wide.
Well left by Kobayashi.
2 1.
And I think the Indonesian coach has actually got a good point, don't you think, Morton, that Gideon tends to serve and doesn't really threaten the net area, and he wants him to threaten.
It's too easy just to block it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, having to lift.
Service over.
But it's also a long time since I've seen Sukamuljo so fired up.
It's good to see.
Service over. 3 2.
And I'm really waiting for Hoki to try to check into this match. It's been a little bit anonymous here.
Oh, goodness me. This hit from Sukamuljo.
4 2.
Good work.
Service over.
It's a lovely angle to finish the round with Sukamuljo.
Yeah, it's very quick on it, great interception, and he's really playing Hoki where it's most difficult. Once again making their luck, this time Sukamuljo.
All. Kobayashi.
It's completely different body language this week from the Indonesians.
Yes.
Totally different.
Well, Hoki really have to start threatening a bit more at the front of the court in order to get some lift for the very good smash from Kobayashi, but they are mostly forced into defense.
Service over. 5 all.
It's wide.
Yeah.
6 5. Change the shuttle.
It
Change.
was really well defended by Kobayashi. I think he played a very good rally here. Kept it tight.
Service over. 6 all.
Good return from Hoki.
7,
Maybe he can
6.
build upon that.
Two flats, it's gone long.
Service over. 7, all.
But it's interesting that every time Hoki has to play from below the tape and Kevin is standing at the front, he is lifting very high.
8,
He doesn't
7.
want to take that battle with Kevin at the front, and by doing so, I think they become a little bit too defensive.
And psychologically, it's capitulating.
It is.
Wasn't the most powerful smash, but it was good placement. In fact, the lack of power, I think, actually did the damage.
It's looking easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, 4 straight points now for Gideon and Sukamuljo.
That's much better.
Service over. 8, 10.
Positive return from Hoki.
Second service error.
Interval.
He's been faulted once as well to Koro Hoki. And that service error means that Gideon and Sukamuljo have a 3-point advantage here in the second game.
Kakinya sudah agak berat. Nyo, lo tembak kenceng balik lagi. Lo chopnya arahnya tak yang ke
Now,
kanan.
Gideon and Sukamuljo go on to win this.
Ya, jangan.
You notice something rather special happened today,
Mete turun setengah biar
because we will have all 5 titles going to players and pairs from 5 different nations.
Yes.
And that will be, if it happens, will be the first time that it's happened on the World Tour this year.
Yeah, Japan has been, they've been doing really well, I think, sort of overall.
11, 8.
3 titles last week.
3 titles last week, 3 titles at Denmark Open as well, 3 titles in France.
Yeah.
12, 8.
That's a good smash from Kobayashi.
It's over. 9, 12.
Yeah, good work by the left-hander.
Yeah, he's playing well.
10,
Yeah.
12.
Simply Hoki that needs to step up. And Hoki has been the playmaker when they've been playing really well, so he needs to step up.
Good serve too.
See again, lifting as soon as Kevin at the front, lifting.
Oh, this is a good little run. 3 straight points and now only 1 point in it. level.
12 all.
Away with venom.
30-12. Okay, you're watching your opponent. You must look, you must be ready.
Yeah, good umpiring. You're watching your opponent, so you know when he's ready. Get ready too. That's brilliant play from Gideon.
Good pace.
Watch the court. 40-12.
Yeah, that's what the coach was saying. Don't be afraid to go to the net yourself, Gideon, because Kevin can cope from the back of the court if necessary.
Yeah, we've seen him on many occasions almost playing mixed doubles from the back.
Yes, yeah.
So he's done really well. Controlling well from the back and finding the gaps at the front of the court. Kevin Sukamuljo has done that on many occasions, and especially yesterday against the two Indian players.
Yeah. So long.
It's over. 13-14.
He challenged him in that rally.
He did, and that was good.
Oh, but that is absolutely brilliant.
It's over. 15-13.
Took the pace off, but an acute angle from Sukamuljo.
It's over. 14-15.
That is still very close.
It is. I thought at 12-8.
Yeah.
It was perhaps the decisive move, but it didn't prove to be.
It's over. 16-14.
But I think a 3-point gap now would be decisive, so it's very, very important for Kobayashi now. Good return of serve is needed.
Oh, what a backhand kill from Gideon.
He's a man of confidence.
17-14.
That's wonderful to see. Because he has struggled in the recent past, as Gideon, with his form, and he's playing extremely well now. Yeah, that was a nice shot from Kobayashi.
Over. 15-17. Play.
Good shot by Kobayashi. once again. He's playing well. Oh, look at that.
Brilliant.
Look at that.
What a shot.
16, 17.
That's awesome. Really well played by Kobayashi. All that rally.
Yeah.
Play.
Yes, it's far from over yet. Missed it. Well, he's challenging. He won't win that challenge.
Gideon challenges, called out.
I saw that as clearly wide.
It's clearly right.
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful.
I think that was
One
an
challenge
emotional
remaining.
challenge, as Steen would say.
Yes.
17 all.
How can I make a mistake?
Yeah.
Play.
$17 all. Good return of serve. Deep backhand corner of the left hand up. Yeah, well worked by Gideon.
Service over. 18, 17.
As we normally say, it takes 10 spectators from Indonesia to create a party.
Yes. Yeah.
Play.
Yeah, well played. Big effort from Sukamuljo to move to his forehand side
Yes,
after
this one here. This one here, yeah.
and keep it going down with a hard smash. 2 points away from a third consecutive title at the Indonesia Open.
Oh, nice flick serve.
Oh, the lucky net cord for Kobayashi.
18, 19.
I think Kobayashi is keeping the Japanese in the match. Also, when Hoki is attacked, he's lifting. He's not looking for anything counter-attacking. Because Kobayashi is turning everything around. It's him scoring the points as well. Today. Look at that again. Beautiful.
Always missed it. And that wild smash from Kobayashi. means that Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo will require just one more point to win a third consecutive Indonesia Open title. Two match point opportunities. And they've done it, and look at the reaction of the Indonesian pair. And their reaction says to me that last week's defeat to this Japanese pair really, really hurt. Revenge a week on with a straight game victory, 21-14, 21-18 for Gideon and Sukamuljo.
21-14,
38 minutes for the victory. And the shortest final so far. Well, Gideon, who's played well all week, continued the good form today. And their confirmation of the scoreline, 21-14, 21-18 in 38 minutes. Well, look at Gideon there. Crouched down on his haunches. Really looking quite emotional. It is an astonishing achievement, not just winning a third consecutive title here, but the fact that they've now done that at 5 different tournaments, at least 3 consecutive titles.
Yeah, it's saying a lot.
Yeah.
It is saying a lot. And that's also why they are so hugely popular around the world. You know, they play exciting badminton, and not only that, they're winning.
Yeah. Well, they're already the most successful pair in Super Series and World Tour level 1 to 4, the equivalent to the Super Series in history. And they extend that record. 29 titles at Super Series or the equivalent level on the World Tour now. That is extraordinary. Second title of the year in their 4th final in 4 consecutive tournaments. Yeah, a big sigh of relief there from Marcus Fernaldi Gideon.
Maybe the kids will have an extra ice cream tonight.
Yes, he's here with his family, his wife and his 2 children. So both pairs invited forwards for the prize presentation. Last week's champions this week have to settle for second best. And for a third consecutive time at the Indonesia Open, Gideon and Sukamuljo stand on top of the podium.
Chairman of the Indonesia Badminton Festival Organizing Committee.
Well, they've had a wonderful year, there's no doubt about it. Third final in just 5 individual tournaments. First time they've been beaten in a final though this year, having won both in Denmark and last week here in Bali. But the champions once more, Gideon and Sukamuljo. A 32nd career title. And team world tour title.
President Commissioner of International Securitas.
$29,750 US for the Japanese pair, and $62,900 for Gideon and Sukamuljo. The Japanese pair really have stepped up to the plate with the retirement of the two top pairs, previous top pairs from Japan, and that has been quite a remarkable transition. The title, the medals, the trophies, the check, and the badminton playing teddy bear.
Mascots. Yeah.
The children will be very happy.
Yes. I'm sure that Sukamuljo will pass his on.
Yes. Well, I think they've got better and better as the week has progressed, Gideon and Sukamuljo, who went through a bit of a rough period. They were so disappointed with their Olympic performance when they lost in the quarter-final stage. But they're getting back to the sort of form that has taken them to so many titles, and of course the world #1 ranked position.
Thank you very much.
So we will indeed have the 5 titles going to players and pairs from 5 different countries. First time on the World Tour that has happened this year. I should say, clarify that on the 2021 HSBC BWF World Tour, because it did actually happen at both the Thailand events earlier this year, but they were part of the 2020 World Tour.
Yes. Played in January this year.
Yeah. So as they pose for the photographers, we have just one more final to come, and it's men's singles. Loh Kin Yew from Singapore, recent winner in Saarbrücken, up against the Olympic champion, Victor Axelsen of Denmark. So just one more final to come from the Indonesia Open of 2021 here in Bali. It's men's singles. It is Loh Kian Yu from Singapore up against the Olympic champion Victor Axelsen. Well, when we look at the race to the World Tour finals to be staged here in Bali next week,